evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Saturday, February 4, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Ali hopes persons from Caribbean nations can fix labor shortage in Guyana. Guyana's transportation master plan a work in progress, says EDGHILL. Starbucks likely to be opened in March-April at Amazonian Mall. Construction of $12.4 billion maternal hospital to start very shortly, says Dr. Anthony, and government to develop plan to address issues affecting single parents. Now for the news in detail. With the current labor shortage affecting Guyana, especially in the construction sector, President Dr. Irfan Ali is hoping that persons from various Caribbean nations, particularly Guyanese, can return home to fill the gap. Andrew Carmichael has our lead story tonight.
All the private entities in the region are complaining about shortage of labor. It's a national complaint. So what we're doing now, we're making our final effort combing across the country to see all those who are ready and available to work. In the housing sector and the building sector alone in this region, we will need maybe another close to 600 skilled, semi-skilled or unskilled workers to work, just to deliver the houses that we plan on doing this year.
President Dr. Irfan Ali addressing the media on Friday during a press conference as he wrapped up a two-day visit to Region 6, where he took the office of the president to the region. The head of state said complaints of a labor shortage, especially in the construction industry, has become a national issue. The government is currently facilitating an aggressive housing drive as it pushes to develop 50,000 house lots over a 5-year period at an average of 10,000 per year. The target this year for Region 6 is 1,200. According to President Ali, the housing drive, which is national, has created a demand for labor which the country does not have. He pointed out that Guyanese living in the Caribbean might be able to fill a percentage of the gap.
I'm seeing a lot of remigration from Suriname, a lot of skilled persons coming back from there, from Barbados, from the Caribbean especially. You're actually seeing more of these personnel appearing now, which tells you that something is going on and they're responding to the opportunities back home here.
Additionally, with increased budgetary allocations for the Public Works Ministry, more labor will be required for infrastructural development. In November 2021, members of the Central Quarantine Chamber of Commerce told Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh that the shortage of labor is having a significant impact on the business sector in the region. In May last year, Vice President Dr. Bharat Jagdeo told the diaspora that there is a severe labor shortage, particularly for some types of skills. Jagdeo was quoted as saying, quote, "You may have to allow them if they want to bring in 500 Mexicans to work on the project, complete it, and then leave. So you may have to allow it, because if you don't, you will take labor from the existing market. Then what happens is the price goes up and you will have a scarcity, and it would affect your capital programs." End of quote. For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
A transportation master plan, which will be linked with the National Development Strategy, is being developed by the People's Progressive Party civic government and is expected to alleviate the many transportation woes faced by commuters. Gerald Bryan reports.
This was revealed by Minister of Public Works Juan EDGHILL during a recent program to discuss the state of roads, bridges, and transport in Guyana. While the government is well aware of and already implementing elements of this master plan, EDGHILL said that experts are working on the formal document.
That will be soon. He will get a document. The document is coming out soon.
All right.
The experts are doing the write-up.
Okay.
We are clear about what we want.
Okay.
The people put it on paper, visualize it, and make it appreciative to the ordinary man.
Yeah.
That's a work in progress.
Yeah.
The minister also gave some insight into some of the infrastructural projects that are envisioned in this master plan.
Remember, our transportation plan is not just an urban plan, because we still have to get our roads connected and our people connected in Region 7. We are building out the road that links Region 4 to Region 7, which is the Sand Hills to Bartica Road. We're building out the road that links Region 3 to Region 7. It's a massive network of the building out of infrastructure for roads and bridges, not just to facilitate commute of people, but to facilitate trade, to facilitate commerce, to facilitate housing development, to facilitate tourism, to facilitate agricultural development. And we have to link Guyana, being that hub that will link the Caribbean and South America. The bridges and roads, we must be able to get into Brazil. So we must be able to move from Brazil, French Guyana, Suriname, Guyana, down the Linden Latham Road into Brazil.
Also integral in this master plan are Guyana's air and water links, something President Dr. Irfaan Ali has been speaking about. EDGHILL noted that these aspects of the plan are important for Guyana's economic development.
Our air link, linking the Caribbean with South America and other parts of the world in terms of our tourism product, is advancing. Our rivers and our waterways, ensuring that our agricultural products could get to the Caribbean, cutting the agricultural import bill into the Caribbean by 25% by 2025. It means that our agricultural products, because we are going heavy, must be able to move by air, and the ones that can move by water in bulk be able to get to the various destinations. So there's a massive build out and layout of what is taking place.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
Months after it was revealed that popular coffee house chain Starbucks will be coming to Guyana, the company's first location is set to be opened within a few months at Amazonia Mall. The company is in the process of effecting minor construction works, as well as training staff, and is touted to bring a world-class experience to the Guyanese market. Here's this story.
Works are taking shape at the country's first Starbucks location situated at Amazonia Mall, Providence, on the east bank of Demerara. During an interview with The Evening News, proprietor of the mall, Ramnaresh Sarwan, said based on information at his disposal, the coffee house should be opened within a few months.
Obviously, they've already started a bit of work, but within the next 2 to 3 weeks, that will be gone. So we're hoping between March and April. From our side, we have basically already provided the stuff that they need. So most of the stuff that they need to do now is internal works and a bit of electrical. And then basically once they're complete and they're comfortable, because I'm thinking they're in the process also of training staff. And once that is complete and they feel they're ready, then I'm assuming they'll be ready in March or April.
The exact employment figures have not been disclosed, but the company has been on an aggressive recruitment drive. Sarwan said he is pleased to be contributing to the development of the country by bringing such an experience to Guyana.
I'm pleased to be a part of this kind of transformation of a modern Guyana, and this sort of, in terms of the modern facility that's happening around Guyana. And this is just my small or little way of contributing to Guyana.
Starbucks is an American multinational chain and is considered the largest coffee house chain in the world. As of November 2021, the company had 33,833 stores in 80 countries. It was reported that 5 Starbucks outlets are expected to be coming to Guyana. Tourism Minister Onij Walrand said the company wanted to have a presence in the capital city of Georgetown as well as on the east coast of Demerara. Walrand had noted that this investment by Starbucks is proof that Guyana is the place for doing business.
Coming up, government to develop plan to address issues affecting single parents, and Ali, you cannot perpetuate injustice that destroys humanity and then claim to be on the side of justice. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Your bets during the matches and win up to $3 million per coupon with live betting. Check out all the different matches and bet types at www.superbet.gy. Superbet, your best bet. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. In recognizing the various challenges facing single-parent households, particularly those led by single mothers, the government plans to develop a comprehensive plan to deal with such situations. Andrew Carmichael reports.
This revelation was made on Friday by President Dr. Irfan Ali during his two-day visit to Region 6. According to Ali, issues affecting single-parent households must be considered in the framework of national planning.
One of the things that I've observed in the region that was a bit striking, well, the first part is not striking because women participation and involvement in bringing issues and coming forward with issues has always been at a very high level. So I would say maybe more than 75% of those who represented issues over the last 2 days were women. And that is community issues, that is family issues, that is national issues. But one of the things that struck me was that a very high percentage, I would say more than 90% of those women who were here, who represented the issues, are single parents. And that is something I think that need some specific attention. Many of them have between 3 to 5 children, 6 children. They're single mom, single women-led households. So we can understand the type of challenges and difficulties and additional pressure on the women-led households here in the region. And this is something I think we need to take in the planning framework and in the work that we're doing.
During the two-day visit, in excess of 2,200 persons were attended to, and about 1,700 of them were women, with over 1,500 of them being single mothers. President Ali said more than 70% of those issues were addressed conclusively by the Human Services Ministry during the outreach. The National Insurance Scheme, NIS, addressed some 200 issues, and of that, about 40% were resolved.
There is another 20% that is in the process of being resolved, and the remainder would have follow-up action to be resolved. So NIS would have also had an active 48 hours.
The evening news has, as of recent, been highlighting the plight of single mothers across the country, with many of them struggling to put food on the table and send their children to school. Moreover, President Ali's Men on Mission initiative has intervened in some cases where single mothers are struggling and provided them with new homes. For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
Construction is expected to commence very soon on the specialized €149 million pediatric and maternal hospital, which is earmarked for good-acting East Coast Demerara. More in this Rupasinarine report.
Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony was responding to Opposition Member of Parliament Dr. Karen Cummings when he updated the House on the $12.4 billion maternal hospital project. A design has been finalized and site preparation has already commenced.
We have started the construction, we have started the work on the hospital. As I've said, when you're doing construction, you first have to do the design phase. The contractors were given 6 months to do the designs. This contract was signed on sometime in June last year, and they have now more or less completed the designs. While they were doing the designs, they have also started doing site preparations, and so the site is now prepared, and very shortly we expect that they would be able to start putting down the foundation and start building the hospital.
Sporting a 256-bed capacity, the hospital will be financed by the United Kingdom's Export Credit Agency, UK Export Finance. It will be built and equipped in 2 years' time by Austria-based Famid Engineering. Consultants from the Obstetric Department and Pediatric Department of the Georgetown Public Hospital would have provided critical input on the technical design of the structure.
We have just recently concluded the detailed design of the hospital, and we had a team from the Georgetown Hospital pediatrics department, who provided a lot of the technical inputs into what should go into the pediatric section of the hospital. We also had a number of the consultants from the obstetrics department of the Georgetown Hospital who participated in the technical design of the obstetrics side of the hospital.
By early 2025, the hospital will be completed. The low-rise pediatric and maternal hospital will be a referral center for women and children. It will specialize in maternal, neonatal, and pediatric care with an imaging suite for services such as CT scans and MRIs, a modern laboratory, and surgical suites. The specialized hospital will be outfitted with equipment sourced from the United Kingdom. Rupa Sinarayan, The Evening News.
As he continues to spread words of wisdom and inspiration for citizens to look within themselves to build a better nation, President Dr. Irfan Ali has posited that persons cannot perpetuate injustice that destroys humanity and then claim to be on the side of justice. The Guyanese head of state was at the time delivering remarks at the launch of Islam Awareness Week on Friday evening. Here's a look at his message.
One of the important things about tonight is about looking at the qualities of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and applying those qualities to our own life and applying those qualities to what we do as a community. If we are to apply those qualities and understand the difficulties we face as a world and as humanity, we will see that the complexities of those difficulties are created most times by ourselves. One of the important tasks the sheikhs have and leaders have is to lead and to teach. From the time we ascribe the responsibility onto ourselves, to go beyond that, in my humble view, is going beyond our mandate. Because your responsibility, our responsibility, ends at teaching, at leading the right way, what should be the right thing to do. There was no boundary as to who should receive our kindness. Our kindness must be only confined to those in our community. Our kindness is only confined to the Muslims around you. Then that cannot be a representation of the attribute of kindness to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You cannot be part of an injustice that destroys the fabric of society, destroys humanity, and then claim that you're on the side of justice. It doesn't work that way. If we believe that we can separate ourselves from the development of the society as a community, then we are not fulfilling our role as part of the family of humanity.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge is expected to be closed on Sunday, February 5th, 2023 at 5 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed on Sunday, February 5th, 2023 at 16 hours 10 for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now for a look at the local stock exchange market compliments of GASI. Guyana Harpy Eagles dominate Barbados Pride, and the Legendary Cup kicks off tonight. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MACORP, coming up on the other side of the break.
Moving, lifting, or bending, whatever the job, we at Sylvie's Variety Store have the right tools to make it happen. Pallet jacks and hand trucks for bonds and industrial sites, easy pickup and convenient maneuvers. Chain hoist from Roughneck and Northern Industrial, the perfect solution to lifting heavy objects. And then there's the 12-ton and 16-ton hydraulic pipe benders from 1/2 to 2 inch. We also stock the shop press machine from Northern Industrial. Sylvie's Variety Store stocks the tools to make it happen.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.